Hey guys, I'm Coach Bo at GoFit Training. Wanted to thank you so much for signing up for my nutrition program. I'm releasing this video so I can answer some questions. I have Sean here, who is kind of unlike most people in which he's trying to build muscle, gain weight, put on some pounds. The majority of my clients are looking to lose weight. So we're going to talk a little bit about the spreadsheet that I just sent you and how to look at that, what you're looking for, how to read it, how to measure foods. So I want to give you a really simple approach so that if you're ever out or you don't have a gram scale to measure your food, you can kind of figure this all out. You ready?
Yep.
All right. So here we have a sample. It might be kind of difficult to see here. We have a sample of the diet plan that I'm sending my athletes. Your caloric needs over here, and that's for your goal weight, okay? I have your actual calorie needs here, calculated in with a 400 calorie deficit. And with about a 400 calorie deficit, you should be looking to lose 1 to maybe 1.5 pounds a week, or gain, if we're in a caloric surplus, 1 to 1.5 pounds a week. All right, so each section here, this is all gonna be the same caloric intake here. It just depends on whether you're training in the morning, late morning, lunch, evening, nighttime, and then this is no training at all. So that kind of helps give you some advice like, okay, I train in the morning sometimes I train at night. If you're always training in the morning, which Prashant is, he's only pretty much gonna look at this. When he wakes up, comes to the 6 a.m., so he's gonna look at this and say, meal one, I need to get 31 grams of fat. This is actually for me. Or I need 31 grams of protein, which is in this first column. I need no cups of veggies, no fat, and then I have my training carbs over here, so 39 grams of carbs. And the training carbs are most likely gonna be something like Gatorade, Powerade, any type of fruit juice, or if you like supplements, it'll be maybe some sort of supplement. Am I fully in the frame, can you see?
Top of the head.
I'm gonna hunch down low. The first thing you'll notice is like there's a ton of columns here as well. And especially for the carbohydrates, this is where you'll get your food from carbs, or your carbs from food. And we have 3 different columns. The first column is for a light workout day. Pretty much any workout that you're doing under 400 calories, you can consider light. If it's under 300 or 200, you might not even consider that a training day. Even though you are working out, you're exercising, especially in New Orleans, you're sweating a lot. It's still a light day because we're using these carbs to refill the glycogen depletion in your muscles. So even though you do Fran in 1 minute and 30 seconds and you kill yourself, it's not, your body doesn't require, your muscle cells don't require the amount of carbs that go into a heavy day all the way over here on the right, because you're oversaturating your system. They don't need that much, so it will get turned into fat. Now, as you progress through this, one thing that I need you to do is communicate with me, because I'm gonna adjust this based on your goals and how well your weight is progressing to those goals. So if you're looking to add weight and you're following this perfectly and weight is not coming on your body, I need to adjust this to increase very specific macronutrients, okay? Over here, I have this is kind of a little bit new of an addition. This is how we use our hand to measure what type of foods we're eating. So, and this is a very rough estimation. You wanna think about for protein, 1 palm size, so if I'm only looking at the palm here, the protein should fit inside of that. And that's gonna be about 20 grams of protein, 1 palm. So if I need to eat 31 grams of protein, I need about 1.5 palms. Cups of veggies, it's pretty simple. A cup pretty much will fit in your hand. You'll be able to hold it. Fat, we're looking at 1 thumb. So cut the thumb off right here. A fat is about that much, and it's 20 grams of fat in 1 thumb. So in some cases, you might need 2 thumbs of fat. Some cases, you might not need a full 20. Most people are between 20 and 10. So you can go a half a thumb or a full thumb. And the interesting thing about this way of measurement is that it kind of expands, like bigger guys who need more calories have bigger palms. They have bigger, like they can hold more calories in their hand, so it kind of scales up with them. And then lastly, carbs, you want to look at that as a handful, and that's about 30 grams of carbs with a handful of sweet potatoes, or one handful is kind of about a cup. Sweet potatoes, rice, any type of like quick digesting carbs. Quinoa has a little bit more carbs than rice and sweet potatoes. Those are all my favorite carbs right there. We want to avoid bread, but if you're gaining weight, I'm okay with it. If we're looking to lose weight, I'm gonna stay away from that processed stuff. And then one handful is about 1 cup. So my veggies over here, it's not measured in like grams, it's measured in cups. You'll see this change as I look to change the other macros as your program progresses. Now my last little bit about this is your base. This is what you need to start at. From here, we adjust it and we change it according to your goals. I need to check in with you every day. Or not every day, every week. Every day, that'd be a little obnoxious. I don't want you to be obsessive over this, but you know, you have some very important goals. I can only help you if I know how you're working through this. So if you're not gaining weight, you're weighing yourself twice a week in the mornings on an empty stomach, and your weight's just about the same, and it's not going up for you, or it's not going down for most of you, we need to change this, and I need to know about that. So as you get started, take some before pictures, measure at the belly button. You can also measure your thighs, you can measure your arms, you can get your body percent fat tested. As you go through this, every 2 weeks, you should see a noticeable difference. Keep that before picture up, keep it on your fridge, and as always, communicate with your coach. Let me know how the workouts are going. At some points, when you're losing a lot of weight, you'll feel really fatigued, feel really weak, you'll feel really tired. That's okay. That's your body adjusting. Work with it. All right, do what you can. If you're gaining weight, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I hate eating now. Eating sucks. It's all I do, it's all I think about. But you need to keep pushing through that. Your body has a spot that it wants to be at on that scale. And if you want to go one way or the other, you got to stay in that zone for long enough for your body to recognize and accept that change is happening. All right, I'm Coach Bo with GoFit Training. Thanks for listening. All right, any specific questions?